look at me real quick, and let's just talk about this for a second. So, what did you see? What did you see in common between the two pictures?
What I saw in common was that there were both different groups of people were being taken to different places or moving away.
Who else wrote that down? Different places, groups of people being moved away from different places. Okay, any other?
If you look at it, it's like they move towards, if you notice, it's certain nationalities that's on both of them. It ain't like different types of people. It's like the same race or group of people.
Wow, so how did you notice that in both of those pictures?
Because at the top, it looks like it's just Native Americans or Indians. And then at the bottom, well, these could pass for a lot of different groups. Like, not a lot of different groups, but since you don't really know exactly who they are, because of the way how they dress, so I just figured it's just a certain group because all of them are dressed in the same manner or what.
Gotcha. Who else noticed that it was all a group of people and they were all the same, like, ethnicity? Yeah? Cool. All right, what else? What else is the same between the two?
Transportation.
They're both using a mode of transportation to get from one place to another. So what does that tell you? Are they going close by or are they going far away? Far. All right.
In both pictures, I noticed that it's something that happened in the past.
Something. And what clues? How do you know that?
From their clothing, the transportation, and the black and white gives away the.
Right, black and white photos.
Yeah.
Well, that was just my printer. Actually, one of them was in color. But. So who else noticed that both of them took place in the past? Yeah? Okay, cool. So, the picture on the top, as some of you have correctly figured out, is of Native Americans during the Trail of Tears. So, give me a hands up if you've heard of the Trail of Tears before. Yeah? Can you tell us a little bit about what you know?
Well, I don't remember much, but I remember it was called the Trail of Tears because it was similar to the marches that the Nazis made the Jews do. On their way, they were like, people would die and they would just bury them on the side of the road.
Yeah, okay, so a lot of people died. So, anything else you want to add about the Trail of Tears? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, so basically, on the East Coast used to be filled with Native Americans, and then white settlers came, and they wanted the land. And so, can you guess what happened? They moved, right? They moved all of the Native Americans. They made them walk from the East Coast all the way to Oklahoma. Walk. Imagine that for a minute. That's like walking from Chicago to Colorado. That's a long way to walk. So a lot of people died. You can probably already guess why I connected this with the book that you're reading. But before we get into the story that I brought for you guys to read about the Trail of Tears, I want you to visualize, I want to refresh some of what you read last night. I want you to make a mental movie as I'm reading. So get yourself into like a quiet sort of mood. You can close your eyes or just look down at your desk and just get ready to make a mental movie of the part of the book I'm about to read. Our backyard looked like a marketplace. Valuable objects, precious rugs, silver candlesticks, Bibles, and other ritual objects were strewn over the dusty grounds. Pitiful relics that seemed never to have had a home. All this under a magnificent blue sky. By 8 o'clock in the morning, weariness had settled into our veins, our limbs, our brains, like molten lead. I was in the midst of prayer when suddenly there was shouting in the streets. I quickly unwound my phylacteries and ran to the window. Hungarian police had entered the ghetto and were yelling in the street nearby, "All Jews, outside, hurry!" They were followed by Jewish police who, their voices breaking, told us, "The time has come. You must leave all this." The Hungarian police used their rifle butts, their clubs, to indiscriminately strike old men, women, children, and cripples. One by one, the houses emptied and the streets filled with people carrying bundles. By 10 o'clock, everyone was outside. The police were taking roll calls, once, twice, 20 times. The heat was oppressive. Sweat streamed from people's faces and bodies. children were crying for water. So give me one image that you could really see. One image.
That the people and stuff, they was crying for water.
Crying for water.
See the policemen and the soldiers yelling and telling everybody to come outside.
I could see basically when he was like, people was coming outside and sweating, extremely hot.
I can see like the stuff with the, like children and disabled stuff.
Say that in, I didn't hear you.
It's like, like picture what they was doing with the children and disabled.
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Powerful images, right? What you got?
Just like when the military or whatever was really attacking people.
Yeah. Thank you all for really picturing that. I could tell that you were really seeing it. So now, I have a story for you from the Trail of Tears, and I want you in groups of 4. Give me a hands up if you like to read out loud. If you're sort of like, you good at reading out loud, you like it. Okay, so how many people are there? I need 5 volunteers up here in the front of the class with me for a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry guys, I was like tunnel vision. Okay. All right. So these guys are going to be reading this story out loud in groups. And we're going to have groups of, I think, what would that be? Groups of 4-ish? Yeah? Okay, great. So each of you gets to take 4 of these. And you 3? There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you for your patience, guys. Give me a second to figure this out. You go with 1, 2, 3. You've got 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. These, so 1, 2, 3. Right?
Yep.
So you, 1, 2, 3. You 3, and okay. So with these 3. Okay, so guys, attention on me for a second. Attention on me for a second. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Thank you. All right. So I need you to get close to your groups. So move the desks if you need to. You've got 30 seconds to get yourself into a group of 4 with your reader leader. Yeah.